Hey guys, what's good? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for all the love that you've shown me on the last two videos. If you haven't seen them yet, I did one which was like talky like this, and I spoke about the Dina Tokyo hijab controversy. And then the other one I uploaded was a husband tag, get to know us tag with my husband. So please go and check them out if you haven't seen them already. Today though, I want to talk about a topic which I've discussed in all my years of being alive and being a part of society. This is quite a big topic for me. As many of you know, I grew up in London and it's a very multicultural city, and I went to a very diverse school and I have friends from all walks of life and all backgrounds. And naturally, when you're surrounded by so many different people, you kind of create your own culture in that city or town or village, if you live in a village, or in a farm if you live in a farm, whatever, no judgments. What that means is that, you know, we might listen to the same genre of music or the same type of music, or we might say the same words, same lingo, same language, same banter, and naturally I believe like we start to imitate what other people say and what they do and pick up, you know, the words and languages and stuff like that. But there are just some words that cannot and should not ever be repeated, regardless of how connected or involved or included you feel in a culture or a group. So I don't know what it is about Arabs and Asians in the UK, and I've seen in some parts of like America and stuff, but we have, and by we I mean the community, not me because I don't do that, but we have this obsession with using the N-word. What's that about? So of course I've never actually heard anyone say it in a derogatory manner. If you allow me to say this, I've never heard someone say it with ill intentions. It's always just like, you know, saying it in a song or singing along, or it's always you know, just a bit of banter, or calling them my brother but using that word in its place. But it's pretty much everywhere. Like I've seen it online on social media videos, I've seen it you know, by aspiring rappers who use it as part of their lyricism, and that's the problem. The problem is that it's still being used by people, and people don't really know the consequences of it or the connotations of it. For those of you that do use it, I know what you're thinking. You know, there's this whole argument that, you know, I'm not saying the N-word with the ER, I'm saying N-word with the A. The first one is disrespectful and has connotations, and the second one just, you know, is a bit light-hearted. It means my brother, blah, 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 all this rubbish. The N-word itself, no matter how you choose to spell it or pronounce it or whatever intentions you have when you say it, cannot be light-hearted, it cannot be cute, it cannot be funny, it cannot be beautified. And if you try to beautify it, it basically means that you're trying to beautify slavery, which was one of the most disastrous moments of our history as humans. The word itself carries so much weight and so much depth, and affects a whole group of people that were part of a very traumatic experience in our history. And it has tormented Africans who were literally taken from their homes, sold off in markets, cuffed like animals, piled onto ships, taken across the Atlantic, where they were to live their lives as slaves to the white American man. So when people tell you that this is more than words in a song, this is more than banter with your friends, trust them on that, because there's so much depth in this. These white slave masters used the N-word to dehumanize and break down the people that they took as slaves at a time of extreme violence and brutality against black people. Like the word itself, when you say it, takes a life of its own. It has a life of its own. Whether you intend to use it negatively or positively, it already has connotations, it already has a history, it already has a past. These people were lynched and castrated physically, and then on top of that, the white man, the white slave master, would use the N-word to psychologically attack them and impose their white superiority over them. It was a way to control black people and to break them down and to keep them in their place, as they say. And that place was at a lower level. And regardless of how it's used today in songs or among friends, it doesn't actually just mean brother or black person, or it reinforces, or I should say, it strengthens a stereotype of black people, which is they are lazy, they are stupid, they are ugly, they are basically nobodies. That's what it means. So when you say it, that's what you're saying. And when you do choose to say it, you're basically breathing life into a period of time that really should have died by now. And I know there's always this this idea or this argument, you know, that black people use it, therefore it's okay, therefore we can use it. The truth is, black people can use it because it's their word to use or not use. You as an Asian or as an Arab or whatever you are, a white person, cannot come from an outside perspective and tell these people what to say and what not to say. You cannot police other cultures and other groups if you're not part of it. You cannot tell them how to use their own words or how to live or relive their history. That's their call to make. And there are these strange cases where there's black people who give their non-black friends the authority or license to use it, and those non-black friends take that as justification for using it. But regardless of whether you have that license to use it, which by the way is a null void license, doesn't work. Doesn't mean that it's okay to use. You knowing what you know of the word and the connotations and the deep dark history behind it, would you allow yourself to use that word? And it doesn't matter if you hear it in a song. There are plenty of words in songs that I don't really want to say. It takes a millisecond to say that word, and therefore it takes a millisecond to just not say it. Just take a breath, like just breathe. Go make a cup of tea, watch a video, watch my video, subscribe to my channel. Like, you have all that time in the world to do something, but you want to sit here and be racist. What I really don't understand is we as Muslims and as Arabs and as Asians, whatever, as soon as someone says something offensive to us, we take serious offense to it. If someone calls us a terrorist or a ragdoll, or was it not ragdoll, a raghead, or what's the other one, a paki or whatever, we take serious offense to it, and we should, because it's offensive. If I, as an Arab or as a Muslim, am with my Arab Muslim friend and I call them a terrorist for jokes, for banter, you know, it's a bit of ha ha ha, kiki, we'll laugh about it, it's fine. And more than likely, the person won't take offense to it. But if someone else comes along and they join in the conversation and they start a little light-hearted joke here and there saying terrorist, paki, raghead, whatever, and they're not from the same culture as us, we're gonna take offense to it. It's kind of the same concept, except like the N-word has a lot of depth and centuries of history behind it. We're not on the same level, 100%. We're not on the same level, but it's a similar concept. You don't like people calling you this word or using this word, therefore don't use theirs. We expect people to respect our religion, our culture, our background, our history, but we need to extend that same level of respect back. I keep saying this, but it's 2019. Better yourselves. Let's educate ourselves. It's time to just be better. 2019 is the year of being better. That's it. 2019 progression, gang. Anyway, listen, thanks for watching as always. If you do have a friend that says it, please do shut them down as soon as it's said and tell them why. Like, don't just shut them down, just explain to them why they shouldn't be saying that word. And if you don't want to do that, just send them this video and I will do it for you. Please don't forget to like the video before you leave. It will help me raise it on the ranks in YouTube, and then other people can see it. Also, leave me your thoughts and comments and opinions and experiences in the comments below. I always love reading them and seeing your feedback and stuff like that. So I really appreciate the time that you take writing those and also watching the video, of course. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave the page, because I need to get my subscribers up. Help me out here, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.